Well, hello! Hello, my friends. I'm so happy that you're here with me today. Today I just wanted to do a short little practice to help people who have limited mobility in their spines. And it could be for any reason. It could be temporary, it could be more long-term. So maybe it's something that's degenerative, or maybe it's an injury, or maybe some spinal stenosis or hernia, or for whatever reason, if you've got limited mobility in your spine and you feel like a regular yoga class is just too much for you, and you're not sure that you can go in there and do all the moves, and it just feels like a daunting thing to do rather than a helpful thing to do. This is what this little practice is for, and it's just a tiny little practice, just a few movements and stretches to help you feel better. And you'll need some kind of a strap. Doesn't have to be an official yoga strap. It could be just like a tie or a belt or something. And you might need either a chair or a block or a solid box. You'll see as we go along if you need something to lean on. But you can always pause the player. Here we go. So make sure that we're going to be sitting for most of the practice, and I'll show maybe a few standing modifications, but we'll be sitting for the most part. So choose a chair or a bench that allows you to sit with just the buttocks on the chair and your feet flat on the floor so that you're feeling grounded. Now this is important. You want to make sure that it doesn't feel like the circulation to your hamstrings is getting cut off, or like your heels are popping up off the floor and you really have to reach. This chair is about ½ an inch too high for me. So try and get your upper thigh there like horizontal. All right, let's start with some breathing. We always start with the breath. So here we go. Deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale everything. Do that a few more times. Big, powerful, deep inhale through the nose. And if you want to, you can let out a sigh as you exhale. Do that 2 more times. Inhale as much as you can. Feel your belly expand. Sit up tall. And one more time. Big, powerful inhale. Let it all out. Whew. And if that's all you do as your yoga practice today, you're doing just fine. Let's start with a little bit of spinal movement. I call it spine undulation. So I'll show you from a couple of different angles. Now, first of all, always honor your limits. So your limits will be different today than they will be tomorrow, different last year than next year. So whatever is going on for you today, honor your body's limits, and your energetic limits, and your mental limits, and your emotional limits as well. So there's a difference between discomfort and pain, right? So discomfort is your muscles or your joints or your tissues saying, I'm not used to this. You're pushing me a little bit further than I'm used to, and they're kind of whining. Versus pain, which is like a sharp stabbing sensation or something really hot. And if it's pain, it'll make you catch your breath. So if you're experiencing a little bit of discomfort in this practice, that's okay, because you're putting your body into positions and into stretches that are a little bit beyond what it's used to, and that's what you want, right? That's what's going to condition you and help you get stronger and more flexible. Whereas if it's pain, that's a sign to either stop what you're doing completely and not do this movement or stretch, or come out of the pose or make your range of motion a little smaller so that you're not experiencing pain. Here we go. Sit up tall to start with. Move your shoulders, relax them. Find the full length of your spine. Feet are flat on the floor, buttocks are on the edge of your chair. So round your spine by tucking your bum under. pushing your belly button back, and it's not a really hard push of your belly button muscles, but you can imagine that someone was pressing a big beach ball into your belly. Collapse your chest, tuck your chin, and then sit up super tall, all the way from the tailbone up to the base of the neck. And if it feels okay, you can take your head back a little bit without shortening the back of your neck. Just lift your chin a little, shoulders are relaxed, and then exhale. Inhale, come on up tall, lift your breastbone towards the sky. Shoulders are going to drop down and back without forcing them down. And then exhaling, rounding out, collapsing, and then come on up tall, open across the chest, lift your breastbone towards the sky. Keep going just like that. So rounding out, and if rounding out a lot really aggravates your spine, then don't go there. Like, you can do the rounding sort of from the rib cage up and just do the top rounding, if that works for you. And then come on up tall, find the full length of your spine. Grow, 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 and then lift your chest towards the sky. If you want to do the full movement, you can tuck your tailbone under a little. Get a stretch right through here. Inhale, come on up tall. And then around. We're going to do 2 more. Exhaling. Inhaling. One more time. Exhale. Inhale, sit up tall. And then keep the full length of your spine, but let your shoulders relax. Bring your head back to level. All right, how are you doing? Still honoring your limits. Let's stretch the hamstrings a little. So grab hold of your strap, and if you can't bend over, just get that strap underneath your foot any way you can. Flex your foot. Keep sitting up tall. And this is going to stretch the back of your heel, back of your ankle, into your calf, your hamstring muscles. Make sure you're as far forward on your chair as you can without falling off. Maybe this is your limit today, and this is what's going to feel good. If you want to take it a little bit further, you could put your hand on your other thigh, lean forward, and we're trying to keep the back nice and flat here without jutting the chin out and shortening the back of the neck. So keep the head level, keep it in line with the spine. I'm going to turn so you can see it from that angle. Just coming forward as much as feels okay for you. Hold that stretch. Maybe you want to take it a little deeper so you could bring the foot up. And here's where you might need support. So you can use some kind of block or a bench or something. You can even bring your leg up as far as onto a chair that's level with your buttocks, if that feels like an okay stretch for you. And either hold your spine upright or tip forward, keeping your spine in line with your spine, keeping your head in line with your spine. And breathe. So your breath is always your friend in yoga, in life. It'll send you messages about what's going on in your body, about what's going on in your environment. The more you get to know your breath, the more you get to know yourself. So keep breathing. Slow, calm, deep breathing will help your muscles relax. It'll help your body relax into the stretch. And if you feel like you can go a little further, on your next exhale, you could sink a little deeper. Come on up. Release the strap. Move your feet, move your legs. Let's go to the other leg. Wrap that strap underneath your foot, just about in the center of your foot, or whatever works for you. Flex your foot, draw your pinky toe back towards your shin. Sit up tall, relax your shoulders. There's a tendency when we sit up tall to do this too, because we want to grow taller in every way, but let your shoulders relax. Try and keep the back of your neck long. So the difference between keeping the back of my neck long, so now I'm keeping the back of my neck nice and long. Here I'm shortening the back of my neck. My chin is just lifted. I'm collapsed in my chest. I'm collapsed and shortened in the front of my shoulders. The back of my neck just got short. Sit up tall, keep it nice and long. Get those back muscles working. Choose your stretch. It could either be on some sort of a support or just keeping that leg on the floor. Keep sitting up tall or lean forward. Find your breath. Fill up your belly, fill up your lungs. Inhale powerfully. Exhale, open mouth. That long sighing open mouth will help your body relax. It's not that you have to go around exhaling through your mouth in life. It's that that's what's going to help you relax into the postures. And I don't know about you, but I see a lot of people out there who are tense enough. So use the breath to help you relax, keep you healthy. Do 2 more breaths. And if you want to, on your next exhale, sink just a little deeper. And then come on up tall. Alright, so we're stretching the back, we're stretching the hamstrings. Let's go into the side body a little, keep working the spine. Make sure, again, you're sitting on the front edge of your chair, your feet are flat on the floor. Start by sitting up super tall. Hold on to the side of your chair if you like, and then reach for the sky. Now, I know that some people I've worked with, people who have MS, for example, everybody's got different levels of ability, and maybe your arm isn't going to go there, and that's okay. Maybe it's going to go here. Maybe what you can do to keep stretching the side ribs is kind of lift that elbow a little. If you have to keep your elbow bent, that is totally fine. Keep your spine nice and tall. Let's do the other side. So reach up. Maybe your hand and your arm are in front of your face instead of up here by the side, and that's okay. Just do what you can. We're stretching the side ribs. Let's alternate side to side. Reach and reach, reach. And if your arms don't reach up to the sky at all, you could do it this way. Shoulder comes up, other shoulder comes up. So you're really elongating the whole side of your body all the way up to the armpit. Reaching. Try and lift your shoulder blade up, up, and up. And even if you're lifting that arm, try and get that shoulder blade to come up. Shoulder blade mobility is good. Bring your arms down. Check in with your neck, so do some little rotations from side to side. Try and keep yourself nice and tall, lifting your breastbone. So another word for breastbone is sternum. That's this kind of bone right here in the front of the chest. Lift the top of the sternum up towards the sky. And then ear to shoulder a few times. Relaxing your shoulders. Let's do one more movement and then we'll do one more stretch. So actually, let's do 2 more stretches. So hold on to your chair, your support, reach for the sky, put your hand wherever you want to, whatever works best for your own body, and then side bend. So you're going to lift up and out of your spine and then up and over. So you can imagine there's like a fence post here and you're reaching your body up and over. Maybe the arm is a little bit further forward. Honor your limits, honor your body without trying to force it to do something that's not right for it. And here's where you might find that your breath has gotten kind of constricted. So you're going to come up and do the stretch at the place where you feel like you can still breathe smoothly. Reach your fingertips up for the sky, big arc across the sky. Bring it down. And then reach the other side again. Choose the arm placement that works for you. And that fence post is there. You're lifting up and over. Try and keep this hip on the chair. Feel your breath. And if you're not quite sure if your breath is constricted or not, you can try and talk. And you'll hear when I get to the point where I've gone too far, you can tell my voice has changed. My breath is being affected. But when I come back up to a place that feels comfortable and I can breathe smoothly, I'm still getting a stretch here. But my breath and my lungs and my diaphragm are not getting constricted. Come on down. How are you doing? Let's work into the hips just a little bit. So again, you can have a support in front of you. It could be a low block, it could be a stool, it could be a chair. We don't need the strap. I'm going to do the modified version to start with. Sit up super tall. We're trying to work this hip. So the side of this hip, the buttock, the sciatica area. And maybe your crossover maxes out right at the ankle. So that's where you're going to stay. And from here, you can start to lean forward. Make sure you're not going to fall off your chair, so adjust yourself. Remember not to do the chin jut where you're straining your neck. Maybe you can get it up a little bit higher. Maybe you need to hold on to your pants to kind of make that happen. And then come on down. Or you could, again, you could use some kind of support for this foot as well. If you can, bring that ankle up over the knee. Now, I've made it easier for myself because I brought my foot up. My bottom foot came up. That might make it work for you if you can't get the foot up here with the bottom foot on the floor. So find a place that works for you. Make sure that you're not twisting the knee. This movement should all come from the hip. If the knee is being torqued or twisted, danger, danger, death and destruction. Not a good thing for the knee. Twisting of the knee, no good. And you can protect your knee in this position by bringing your ankle to a 90-degree angle. That'll protect the torque of the knee. It'll keep everything really solid through here. Now, if you want to, you can lean forward a little bit, still keeping that spine nice and straight. Feel your breath. Relax your shoulders. If anything starts to feel hot or painful, come out of it. If it's still feeling hot and painful, come out of it a little bit more. Let's do 2 more long, slow, deep breaths. Fill your belly. Let it all out. Nice. And then release. How are things feeling? Move your legs around. Shift from buttock to buttock. At any time, if it feels like the circulation to your legs is being cut off, get up, stand up, move around. Let's go to the other side. Put the other leg on a support if you need. Maybe you're going to put it straight up and down. Maybe you're going to put it shifted out a little bit. Find a place that works for you. You can use the ankle choice, or you can bring it up, or take it down. Keep this foot flexed at a 90-degree angle to protect your knee. Start by sitting up tall. Come on down, just until you get to the place where you're feeling the good stretch. It's going to feel like, that's where I need it, but not like, run for cover. Make it feel nice. Breathe. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Relax that space between your eyebrows. Let's do 2 more long, slow, deep breaths. And then slowly come on up. And release that leg. Move things around. Oh, I said I was going to do some standing modifications, but I never did. I'll do that in another video. So I hope you're feeling good after that practice. Let me know. Comment, send me an email, send a message through the contact form on my website. I'd love to hear how this worked for you, if it didn't, what your needs are, and I'll make a little video for you, I promise. So I'll see you next time. Have a great day.